Before you uproot your whole family and try to move them to Pismo Beach, California, let's talk about the 5 reasons why you might want to do it, because maybe the reasons I give you, you won't want to do it. So we're going to get to it, and we're going to get to it right now. Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Vernice, and I'm a local real estate broker here on the Central Coast, California. So I grew up here, raised my kids here, and I am still here. In these videos, in this channel, we try to tell you about real estate, lifestyle, and everything in between to help you figure out if you want to move to the Central Coast, California. So we have people just like you calling us, reaching out, asking for information, and we absolutely love it. So feel free to text, email, whatever you need to do to get a hold of us, day, evening, weekends, it does not matter, because we have your back when you're moving to the Central Coast, California. So as much as we love making these videos, we are licensed real estate brokers here in California, doing real estate here in San Luis Obispo County. So we're going to get into a video today about the 5 reasons you might want to, raise your family here in Pismo Beach, California. Just to give you some history, I have raised my kids here in Pismo Beach. They're now in their 20s. They're all young adults, but we started at Shell Beach Elementary when my oldest son was in 2nd grade and my middle son was starting kindergarten, and my daughter wasn't born yet. Although they all went through Shell Beach Elementary, we didn't start off there, but we were there for the major part of their years. And we also went to Judkins Middle School. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of our experience and then what we're seeing today. I do have families that are still going there or moving to the area because of the school systems and things of that nature. So we're going to break it down for you and see if it's going to be a good fit for your family before you move them here. So we had a great experience, and I want to share that as much as I can to help you out, as it's a big deal. It's a big deal to move your family into the area, and you want to find the right spot here on the Central Coast that's going to fit your needs. So we're going to break it down and see if this is going to work for you. Okay, so one of the reasons why you might want to raise your family here in Pismo Beach, California is that the schools have good ratings. So Shell Beach Elementary has a good rating for the school. It's a smaller school. It has a very huge parent involvement. It has been like that for a long time. So that is a reason why you might want to consider living in Pismo Beach, and you can get really beautiful real estate and have the school right next to the school. So you can have a home with views and all that. I do have another video about luxury living in Pismo Beach, and there is actually a home that was right down the street from the elementary school that had, ocean views right on the cliffs there. So anyways, that is a perk there, but the ratings are good. So I do have another video about all of the school ratings, and that is available for you to really dive in and digest. Obviously, you can go to Shell Beach Elementary website and check it out. And historically, not a lot, but some of the valedictorians that go on to Aurora Grande High School have come out of Shell Beach Elementary. So I think that speaks highly of it. Again, it's a smaller community school. Most of them are in our area. And another kind of perk, even though it's just even with the high rating, is your kids will see the dolphins off in the distance. My kids were in a class that saw the dolphins going, leaping out of the water as they're in their class. So that was kind of cool. There was a program that rolled out when I was attending there with my kids, or my kids were attending there, and we were part of Shell Beach Elementary. And they had a program where parents were allowed to come in and teach something. And I am bilingual, so I was able to teach a class Spanish for kids that wanted to sign up. So they had a list. They could do yoga, they could do cooking, there was some crafting, there was guitar, there was just a whole cultural, things brought into the school system that we were allowed to do if we had something that we could offer. So I thought that was kind of cool too. So again, the school systems were really cool. Judkins is up the street. Of course, another breathtaking view that your kids will have at Judkins up there on the hill, heading up on Wadsworth, another location that you can also buy real estate up there too. So that's in Pismo Heights. So again, the ratings, the school ratings are good and they're in the public system. So that is something that is a perk to you. So I think it's a relief as a parent to know that our public school systems have the ratings so that you could take advantage of that and not have to pay for private schools if you don't want to. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. Give us a like. It motivates me. It helps me try to make some more videos for you and helps other people just like you find the information. Hit that bell so you don't miss any of our future videos too. It'll give you a notification. And the most important thing is we love hearing from you. Please leave us a comment. Let us know what information you're looking for or if there's more things that you want to share with somebody else. All right, so the next thing that you will want to kind of consider if you want to raise your family here in Pismo Beach, or why you should raise your family here in Pismo Beach, is that there is an outdoor lifestyle that your child will be able to enjoy. Because of our climate, our weather, we are able to have our kids participate in outdoor sports most of the year. And so that is a huge thing, you know, where your kids don't have to be indoors because of snow or it's extreme weather of whatever that may be, you know, hurricanes, rain, wind, snowing, snow, we don't have that. So things like that can hinder your child being outside. So, you know, we have surfing lessons that your child can take at a very young age and be a water kid. So there's that. There's all the, you know, the football, the baseball, the soccer, rugby. We have golfing. We're a huge golf community. So all that is going to be available to your child for most of the days out of the year. So that's a huge thing to be able to have your child off of the computer, off of the, does anybody watch TV? I don't know. Are they on their Kindles? All the things. So they are able to be outside, and because of our landscape and all the things, you know, bike riding, you know, we've talked about this before. There's hiking trails, there's mountain bike opportunities, the surfing, the outdoor, everything that your child might want to do, volleyball, you know, on the beach. Yeah, just got to wear your sunscreen. But yes, outdoor living for your child will be at your fingertips on the day-to-day living. Your child will be outside breathing the air, getting some vitamin D, and that is a good thing. Okay, so our next reason why you might want to raise your family in Pismo Beach, California, is that it's a small community. You know, the whole county is about 300,000. Pismo is a smaller caliber within the county. And so whether you are a surfer in the Pismo Beach community or a physician, attorney, whatever, Pismo Beach itself facilitates, you know, a casual, laid back family or a luxury home and caliber of lifestyle, facilitates a huge demographic. And even within that, we are a small community. So it was interesting to be at Shell Beach Elementary and have different calibers of lifestyles with the families, and what, you know, really diverse in that avenue, that whole spectrum there. So it is kind of nice to have, you know, the kids intermingle with all demographics and all different calibers of lifestyles and things like that of what the population is in Pismo Beach, because it goes from one end to the other. So it's either a business owner, like I said, or a surfer, or a family that you know, is middle class, whatever it may be. That little community is still what's going on. At the end of the day, we don't lose that, you know, that casualness, welcoming vibe that we have here in Pismo Beach. So and I've explained this before, you know, Pismo Beach has different areas to explore for living. You have that 93449 zip code. And where we lived was away from downtown, not in Shell Beach, because Pismo Beach is, Shell Beach is part of Pismo Beach, and you would be able to, you know, go to Shell Beach Elementary, even if you lived where we lived, which was up off of James Way at Toucan Terrace. It was, the bus took our kids there, dropped off. Across the way, there was $1 million homes, and where we were at back in the day, well, they were $800,000, $900,000 homes, and where we were at were like, you know, 6, 7, and now that subdivision is in the $1 million range, and up above is over that. So all relative to the times. But my point is that, you know, you have different areas within Pismo Beach that you could live in. There is a sense of a small community still. So that's a wonderful thing to take advantage of. You know, as a family to come into a beautiful landscape of an area by the beach, palm trees, the seagulls, the pelicans, the whales off in the distance, all the things. And, you're just, that community feel is just wonderful. So we had a great experience, and I just invite you to, take a look at the Pismo Beach area for your family. Okay, so here's a really important point that you might want to take into consideration to, raising a family over here. If your child has had some health issues, you should look into Pismo Beach. The reason I'm bringing this up is because Pismo Beach, being by the ocean, you're going to have that, coastal influence, that ocean breeze coming through most of the time. And our air is pretty clean. Our climate is really desirable. And because of that, I've known many people that have brought in their families over here, coming from the Central Valley, from, smog, heavily smogged areas, I guess. It just brings relief to the children for asthma, respiratory things that they may be struggling with. I even had people from Texas recently come out with their 18-year-old son who was suffering from some things and was exploring where to live here in California. So, just really research that. There are obviously some websites that you can take a look at. And if your child's having some health issues, look in Pismo Beach. It might be a good fit for your child to get some relief if there's some heavy, situation going on, or just some respiratory things, because of health issues. Take a look at Pismo Beach. It could work for you. All right, the last thing that I want to bring up to perhaps why you want to raise your family here in Pismo Beach, California, is that there's something pretty exciting in our area that you could consider for college. College opportunities are even in Santa Barbara County. We have Hancock College that's not too far away from our area. Not only that, we have what's called Cuesta Promise up in San Luis Obispo. If your child graduates from a local high school in the county of San Luis Obispo, they will have an opportunity to have 2 years of college for free. So that's called the Cuesta Promise. We talk about that in a video that we have breaking down all of the school systems. We went into a very detailed video about that. So that's available for you to take a look at for more details. And then obviously we have, well, maybe not obvious, maybe you don't know this, but we have Cal Poly University in San Luis Obispo proper, which is about 15 minutes away from from Pismo Beach. So that is another opportunity for your child. A lot of people that I've grown up with, because as I mentioned, I grew up here, raised my kids here, but when I grew up here, I went to Paulding Elementary and Aurora Grande High School. So I'm an alumni of Aurora Grande High School, and so are my kids' dad, and so are my kids. So there was an opportunity for friends that I went to school with that grew up here too, and went to Cal Poly and are now like teachers or something in the area. And that's a really great feeling, really great sense of community. So as I'm talking about a small community, we see this a lot, where a lot of the Cal Poly graduates got a degree there and then moved away and did, their other schooling and went to get their other masters, or went and often, got a corporate job somewhere or started businesses somewhere. And then they come back to raise their children. It's a very, very common thing. And to take it to the other extreme, even though we're talking about families, there are people that have grown up here, moved away, and went off to do their business, live their lives in another state, and retire here. They come back. So it's a very special place here on the Central Coast, Pismo Beach. Just to let you know, there are college opportunities right here for your kids. So that's something to definitely look into and take advantage of, and then you live in a little bit of a paradise area on top of it. So again, just take note of that. It is something to really consider as you're exploring the Central Coast and deciding if this is a place you want to raise your family. All right, friends, so the only way that we can help you find that sweet spot here on the Central Coast is you've got to reach out. You got to give us a call, text, email, day, evening, weekends. It does not matter, because we have your back when you're moving to the Central Coast, California. So until the next video, we'll catch you later.